Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new video here on the channel. And on today's video I will be talking about Bitcoin that's currently very slowly but steadily forming these lower highs on the market and really indicating somewhat of an inverted parabolic towards the downside. This could start to look very nasty, and I will be talking about it on today's video as well. I'm going to go more in depth about the S&P 500 breakout, the Bitcoin dominance breakout we currently have been witnessing with you guys out there, and of course more importantly we are expecting that we could potentially see that spot ETF getting approved for Bitcoin, what will be allowing massive capital to flow back in towards the market. And of course guys, I've got you guys covered with a very interesting metrics here, because this chart is basically always telling us whether we are in a multi-year bear market, once we are seeing the interest getting losing, or whatever goes down on the market, right? So right now, this chart is telling us we are not even close by a market top here. We are just getting started. So guys, make sure to stick with me on today's video, because it's going to be very exciting. And let's jump in it right now, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the content, and ring up the bell. Smash up that bell notification button if you haven't already. So let's go in towards the content. And if I right away go in towards this, I right away, once again, going to say to you guys out there, if we do not break below the support line of the green box, we are still going to stay neutral. If we're not breaking above the red box of resistance, we also will stay neutral. If we do break it, one of these is either going to be bullish or bearish. But more importantly, guys, let me invert this chart right now. And let me look at this. So if we invert the chart, we can see very clearly we are forming somewhat of a parabolic. And I mean, if Bitcoin was in a bullish trend right now, in this case, I would have been thinking, okay, this is of course actually some strength Bitcoin is showing. Of course, you could be also arguing, okay, we are currently forming a rising wedge here. That is not the most beautiful pattern, but Bitcoin is indeed clearly forming exponential higher lows, or in this case, the other way around. It's forming exponential lower highs because it's an inverted chart. And this could be, of course, result in, of course, massive market volatility towards the downside. I will not, of course, judge exactly which direction we're going to head towards, as long as we're not breaking up or breaking down, but this is definitely indicating there's some more weakness in the chart. Definitely a thing to point out right now. Also, 4-hourly time frame, forming the big wick on the lower side yesterday, absolutely showing a lot of strength across the markets. So far, not really choosing a direction, still in the middle of a major consolidation phase, but not a lot to talk about over here. More importantly, on the 12-hour time frame, we can see that breakdown. We already broke down officially. Are we going to see continuation? That's going to be the question right now. So we're so far still holding on towards that monthly level of support, guys. And as long as we're doing that, we're definitely going to be all right. And of course, what we eventually want to be seeing here for a bullish case scenario is that we're going to re-enter the pattern with a 12-hour close inside, and then we're going to just move on from that point. But so far, we're still breaking down here. Not looking good, but this is also the things where people get caught out, right? You're seeing a consolidation phase. It's very boring. The volume drops here. But guys, this is the time where you should be paying attention, because the Bitcoin is right now absolutely preparing itself for a massive move, right? We're just still waiting for the massive market move. We are breaking out, breaking down, and the volume is coming in, but then it closes down again and it consolidates again, and still we're waiting for that massive move, right? So just be very careful, but there's going to be a massive trading opportunity as soon as we do break bearish over here, or as soon as we do break bullish, and it could be, of course, a trade of your life, because it's going to be a big percentage trade here, because we expect high volatility, of course. Then at the same time, guys, and right now it's definitely the time to stick to the video, because right now I'm going to go in towards the important parts of the video. First important part is going to be the S&P 500. S&P 500 broke bullish of this downtrend over here. This is of course considered very bullish. S&P 500 broke its daily downtrend. This is right now suggesting a lot of strength, and this could be of course very positive for equity. I mean, this is positive for equity markets, but this could also potentially be that bottom we've been waiting for, right? The S&P 500 is bouncing, and Bitcoin can eventually start to be following as well towards that upside region. Also important chart, I talked about it, the Bitcoin dominance breakout, and we can currently see we're seeing a continuation. And still, guys, my targets are exactly the same. The 52% range here, basically previous support and resistance for Bitcoin. Right now, our target. And of course, looking at the inverted chart here, the altcoin dominance, we can see the other way around. We're aiming for 48% there, and we broke down approximately from a 1600-day, significant trend line. And of course, we broke the trend line, and this is of course considered extremely bearish. So I do want to be seeing, of course, that continuation getting started right in towards that lower side, and I will be starting to be scaling in towards altcoins if we come down another 5% from here on. Then also, of course, more importantly, we can still see the bitfinex bulls are accumulating their long positions, and I still currently think they are right. And let's see how it's going to be playing out here. But yeah, will they be right once again here? Personally, I think yes. They've been accumulating massive massively, and the chance, of course, on them getting it right once again is pretty high. So I will be definitely take this in consideration in my analysis. And right now, guys, I'm going to talk about a spot ETF, because yes, we do know we need a spot ETF, because spot ETFs are basically bringing in high capital, and we need big cash flows, big new fresh capital in this market, because this fresh capital could be, of course, pump Bitcoin towards the next levels, towards 100k, 200k. We need fresh capital for that, and of course, a spot ETF will be perfect. And if you don't know already, the SEC approved the futures ETF for Bitcoin at the 2018 high. Why? Is because then institutions could have shorted Bitcoin. I mean, they shorted Bitcoin actually towards the downside. And what will be making a lot of sense here, because they denied all these spot ETFs on the top side, like on 69k, because Bitcoin is very high at that point. But maybe they're going to start allowing a Bitcoin spot ETF, since the risk is lower. It's more correlating with the S&P 500, right? We can clearly see the correlation is very high. And if we do get the spot ETF getting approved for Bitcoin, it will be meaning, first of all, very good for the adoption. Second of all, very good for the cash flow. And once again, it could be, of course, that bottom indicator we've been waiting for. And if we are reading this, you can clearly see the US SEC rejected the application for an ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF early in April, and it has not approved a spot ETF so far. But currently, they, of course, filed a new one on the May 13th, and they're still waiting for a reply. And, of course, analysts are also telling us that their spot ETF for Bitcoin could become real in mid-2023. But, of course, potentially it could come earlier if Bitcoin maybe, gets the spot ETF. I personally think we are going to see another massive run-up, because a spot ETF is definitely going to drive markets to new all-time highs, in my opinion, because that's going to be allowing that big capital in towards the market. Right now, guys, you have to stick put here. This is, of course, the part we've been waiting for. My chart that right now is telling the bottom is not, the bottom is at least very close to being or in, and the top is not even in yet. And this chart is, of course, the number of addresses holding one Bitcoin, and you can see the trend, guys. They are accumulating, and I can see clearly over time, one Bitcoin addresses are increasing, and it's very good for the network, because it means that more Bitcoins are diversified over more people, so there's less big of a chance of a massive crash across the market, right? That is very good to see here. And right now, what I can see as well is that in these bear markets, in these previous periods of bear markets, you can see the number of one Bitcoin holders, they tend to step out of the market because they are afraid. But now, in this case, we can see that really we are getting more of that cash flow from people that actually are seeing cash is trash, and they're converting it to Bitcoin. And you can clearly see right now here, the one Bitcoin addresses are increasing massively while price action is dropping. You may think, oh, but this is terrible, price action is still going down. But this clearly indicates you there is a strong interest right now. And just look at the bear market of 2018. We also saw that spike of accumulation, and that was what really drive the market back up again. There's no sell pressure anymore, and this one Bitcoin addresses that are right now increasing is basically showing us right now there's a big, they're absorbing all the Bitcoins that are getting dropped off on the market, right? So maybe some institutions or maybe some large players that bought into Bitcoin in 2015 are selling right now here. And like it's getting absorbed right now, and there's going to be one point that sell pressure is going to run out here. At that point, Bitcoin is probably going to go exponential, just like it did back in October 2021 here. So guys, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing new update video on the channel. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash up the like button. And of course, guys, make sure to watch this level right now here. It's extremely interesting. If you want to be trading this breakout, make sure to check out the links in the description. There you can find all cool deposit bonuses. And if you haven't already, guys, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.